In this video, we're headed to Albania's capital, Tirana. This is a country we've been really curious about, and honestly, a big reason we ended up on this wild 10-country coach tour in the first place. Albania has a complicated past, shaped by communism, bunkers, and a radical dictator. But that's exactly why we're so interested to experience it for ourselves, to understand the culture, the traditions, and where the country is headed now. We've only got one night here, so let's see what Tirana is all about. To catch you up to speed, this is day 4 of our 16-day bus tour across the Balkans, where over the next couple of weeks, we'll be cruising through 10 different countries and diving into some of the history, culture, and cuisine of this incredible region of the world. We just spent the last 3 days exploring Greece and North Macedonia, and they set the bar pretty high. We really don't want to leave the beauty of Lake Ohrid, but it's time to go because I think we're going to Albania today. It's just so crazy. We're going to so many countries. We're getting so many little stamps on our passports. It's 8 right now. Breakfast started at 7. Let's see if we can grab a fast breakfast, drop our bags off, and then we're gonna get on the road. When you look up breakfast in the dictionary, you'll see this plate from the Hotel Belvedere. I got 10 minutes to eat, so we're gonna get it done. And we're off. We just drove through the North Macedonian border.
We didn't even have to stop.
Okay, so we had to stop at this next one, but it was a piece of cake. Easiest border crossing ever. Now that we've finally crossed into Albania, our guide Will has a new quest for us.
All right, here's how we play bunker, bunker, bunker. I'm saying it very quickly. It's actually, you go bunker, bunker, bunker.
Oh, how many bunkers you can spot?
Yeah, because this country has about, no one's actually counted for sure, but about 250,000 bunkers.
Oh, wow.
And you find them all over the place.
Wow.
What does the bunker look like? I will show you.
Oh,
They look like this. Looks like a circular dome,
wow.
almost like a concrete igloo. And when you see one, you point and you go, bunker, bunker, bunker. Alright, different bunker. Keep your eyes up. There. See the hotel. Oh, bunker, 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 bunker. I see one, bunker. No, straight ahead. Bunker, bunker, bunker. So this is going to be fun for the next 24 hours. Unbelievable. Alright, so what are we talking about? Bunker? Okay, let us now suspend the bunker for now.
After a couple of hours, it's time to get out and stretch our legs, and holy cow, this place is beautiful.
We just had our first rest stop of the day. We got through border control very, very easy. Our tour guide was saying that he didn't even think we would have to show our passports because that's how lax border control is. They did end up asking us for them, but it took maybe 10 minutes to get through, which was much different than our trip to our trip through the Macedonian border. We actually lost a person there on our tour because they had an issue with their visa, so they had to go back to Athens. It delayed us a couple of hours, which is totally fine. I just feel sorry for the person that happened to. This border crossing was very, very simple, very easy, and now we're in the gorgeous but very interesting country of Albania.
There's like mountains and rivers and bunkers on bunkers on bunkers.
We're playing a game called Bunker, 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 Bunker.
It's basically like Punch Buggy, if you're familiar with hitting your siblings when you see a bug. Yeah, slug bug, that too. But it's bunkers. And the bunkers are here because for about 40 years, Albania was closed off to the rest of the world. The dictator here was mega communist and decided that everyone was a danger to Albania, so he encouraged there to be bunkers so that people could hide in case of the obviously impending war.
One of the things that I didn't know was that the leader, the communist leader, was like the most extreme communist, that even Joseph Stalin wasn't extreme enough for this dude. But yeah, let's go get some food.
Yeah, let's go get like a snack and a drink.
Okay, but yeah, Albania is super cool so far. Super, super interesting country, and it's beautiful.
It's one of the countries that I've been most excited to visit out of all the Balkans. And tonight we have an optional event, which is I think going to be really, really, really fun. And if it's anything like any of the other optional events that have been on this tour, we're in for a major surprise.
This is the optional that I am the most excited for. Yeah, like all of the other ones look really, really cool. There's two. There's the one that's tonight, and then there's one in Ljubljana, Slovenia, that we will go to in a couple of days, but you'll see more later. So if you haven't already, like this video. If you do, please subscribe. It really helps us out. And if you want to support our travels and the work that we do, we'll leave our Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, along with all of the places that we're visiting and mentioning in this video. But for now, let's go get a snack.
Okay, so this isn't exactly what we were thinking when we thought of a quick snack, but the locals felt it was important that I take a photo like I'm the head chef here, and of course we obliged.
He's putting you to work. Aw, thank you. You're a pro.
Cooking some lamb over here.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know.
Kam
Filu
pun
pun
libraçti.
libraște.
Kam me
Kam.
tek qia.
Me pet chia.
Po, me tek qia.
Me pet chia.
That's so cool.
All right, we roasting it. Break time's over. It's time to hop back on Barney the bus. We're gonna be on the left side soon because they rotate, and I hope that it stays this way. After a couple more hours of incredible views and some not so exciting ones, we have finally made it to Tirana. On the left, the Tirana Pyramid. Oh, and a little piece of the Berlin Wall, but more on that later. It's lunchtime. Hello.
So we just finished our 3-course meal here at King's House in Tirana, Albania. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best meal that I've had. The highlight was definitely the soup. I have to assume that it was squash or pumpkin, but honestly, I couldn't tell you. The kebab was all right, and the fruit salad was pretty good. We just met at our meeting point just outside of our hotel. We've got basically 50 minutes before we can check into our hotel, and we have to meet our bus driver, because if we don't meet him at 3 o'clock sharp, we will not have access to our luggage until the next country we go to tomorrow. We're actually going through 2 border crossings tomorrow. It's gonna be our longest driving day, so that should be interesting. This is totally different. I know we've already kind of harped on this before, but if you haven't seen our previous video in Greece, go back and watch that. That's the start of our Balkan series. But yeah, this is our first time fast traveling, and when they say it's fast travel, it is fast. We are literally go, 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 go. What do you think?
I think it's fun.
You like it?
It's about what I expected it to be. We're in a large group of people. We've got a lot to see and do over the next 16 days. And they gave us an itinerary ahead of time, so I knew that we were gonna be like, here for a day, here for an afternoon, there for 2 days. But yeah, it's crazy. We're covering some mega ground. This is day 4. We're in country 3. Tomorrow we're gonna have breakfast in one country, lunch in another, and dinner in another. So we're just moving, adding stamps to the passport. Don't we double our amount of countries we've seen?
Yep.
On this trip, basically?
Yep.
It's really cool. Albania is awesome so far. There's a bunch of really cool street art, lots of creative people in Albania, apparently. Yeah, this is our first impressions of Tirana. Then we're gonna try and find a place to maybe get a good view. There's a lot of really interesting buildings. The old style buildings from here, as well as some of the new and modern architecture.
Oh, is that the Sky Bar?
Yeah.
Ooh, but
Sky
I'm excited
Bar.
about the Sky Bar.
All right, let's go check it out.
Are we going there now? Sky Bar? Oh, are you guys going too? Okay.
Looks like we're going to Sky Bar.
Yep.
If you're in Albania, you
Gotta go to Sky Bar.
Oh, looks good.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so we are at the Sky Bar, which is so cool. This is our first rotating bar that we've ever been to before, and look at this place. It moves very, very slowly, but you can feel it, and it's kind of like disorienting. So I could see, like, if you had had a couple of drinks, that it might be a little sketch, but it moves slow enough that you're fine. But this is insanely beautiful. I feel very stupid that I didn't realize that Europe was as mountainous as it is. I've obviously heard of like the Alps and stuff, but I just didn't realize that it was going to be quite as mountainous as it is, and it's really, really cool. There's amazing 360 views of all of Tirana. I do think it's a shame that we only have one night here because I would love to spend more time and see if I could really see myself living here, because the idea of a one-year visa for Americans is very appealing. As much as we love Asia and Thailand, it is getting more expensive, and the weather is just so ridiculously hot and humid there that it would be nice to have seasons again. So, yeah, I wish I could explore more and see if this could really be a place that we could call home. But first impressions, I do think that it is. I do think I could live here. So, we'll see. But I'm gonna walk around, grab a drink. We've only got 40 minutes until we have to be back at the bus now, so let's get going. So we've got 12 minutes until our bus leaves without us, whether or not we get our luggage or not. So I think we should be fine, but we've kind of gotta book it there. So let's go. We made it. We will not go without luggage this evening. Welcome to our humble abode here in Tirana, Albania. I will give you a very quick room tour because we don't have long until our walking tour, which should be so fun. It's the middle of the day though, so it's gonna be really hot. But let me show you the bathroom first. The one thing that I'm noticing about Europe in general is the rooms are significantly larger than in Asia, which is really, really nice. That also includes the bathrooms and the shower. Now, if you haven't been to Asia, you're probably not wowed by this, but the fact that there is even a half divider and that it's not a wet room style bathroom is very, very exciting to me. The one thing that I do hate about Europe is these stupid hair dryers. The States has their own version of this where like you can't steal the hair dryer or accidentally take it and it's attached to the wall. I hate those equally. This one's weird though. It's like, it feels like a vacuum, but like it blows out, but it doesn't work well, as you can see. It should just start automatically, but anyway. Yeah, so hate those. Hate that as a European thing that seems to be popular. Is this popular all over Europe, or is this just like a Balkans thing? Let me know, I'd be curious. So we've got our first European bidet, which is so cool. I will say, maybe TMI, but I have already tried to use it. Doesn't do shit, no pun intended, but it's there if you need it. And then let's have less bathroom talk. We've got a full cupboard here. That's another thing that I will say I love about Europe is they give you backup pillows, which is not common in Asia, so huge fan of that. We've got a full length mirror here. Double twin beds, it looks like. We do have a fridge with a little mini bar, which is kind of cool. There's some Pepsi, soda. It looks like some kind of beer. I'm guessing it's an Albanian beer. Let's see. Bira Peha. So I've noticed that if you flip the door the wrong way, it looks like it's gonna fall out on you, right? It actually doesn't. It's just so that you can get a little bit of a breeze. Might not be interesting where you're from, but I've never seen anything like this. And at the last hotel, I actually thought that I broke the door, so I was like, put that back, I'm not paying for that. But apparently that's just how that is. And then if you want to go outside, you simply open it like normal. This is the beautiful view from our hotel room. I love that there are these little apartment buildings right across the way, and you just get such a beautiful kind of snapshot of local life. So I hope maybe early tomorrow morning we can maybe see some people on the balconies hanging up their laundry, that sort of thing. Because we really do. We love immersing into the local cultures and just getting little peeks into people's lives because they're so different from our own. So yeah, it's really pretty. Seems like we're on a fairly quiet street. You can't tell now because we've lifted up the shades, but if you look over there, it looks like they've got like garage door sliders. And I'm guessing the reason for that is because the heat is barreling down on us. It's actually really, really hot in that balcony. So I'm guessing that's their kind of way to keep the room cool because air conditioning is expensive. We've got 40 minutes until our walking tour around Tirana. Is that where I am? It's hard to keep track. 3 countries in 4 days is crazy for us, but it's been a lot of fun. And I think the walking tour is going to be about an hour, hour and a half long. And then we've got our Albanian evening, so that should be even more fun. But we're gonna get freshened up because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit sweaty, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye!
After a nice little break, the group met up with our tour guide Ani for a walking tour through some of the highlights of Tirana, starting at Enver Hoxha's house. I never know how to film these things because there's just too much information to go around, and the guide will always do a way better job than I ever could. So my suggestion is just book a walking tour on your visit, or better yet, do the Balkan Explorer Tour with Expat Explorer. You can even save 5% off with our code. All the trees in the Balkans look like Dr. Seuss trees.
Yeah, they really do.
And that's apparently because they are pines that were trimmed or pruned in the shape of a crown, and they were Mussolini's favorite style of tree. Super random, but here's that little piece of the Berlin Wall we saw from the bus, right next to a bunker that you can actually go in, if you're brave enough. Tirana is full of really creative and quirky art, and it has some beautiful green spaces. On top of that, there are so many interesting buildings being built all over the city. Not to mention some incredible historic ones that have been really well preserved. This building ahead of us looks like a face. And that is the face of Albania's national hero, Skanderbeg, the mighty war hero who led the fight between the Albanians and the Ottoman Empire. And one of the things we learned that we love so much is that Albania prides itself on its religious tolerance, bringing together all religions in a peaceful harmony. Thank you, Ani, for a lovely tour, but now we've worked up quite an appetite, and tonight's dinner comes with a show.
All of you guys look amazing tonight, but you're about to look even better. And you know why? Because we're about to put some Albanian clothes on you all. And go ahead, my family will take care of you guys.
Look at you.
Are you guys ready? Yeah!
This is Albanian Night, Tirana's first cultural dancing and musical experience. Now that we've been dressed in traditional clothes, we're being invited to a local wedding. Albania is known for its unique traditional music and enchanting singing called isopolophonia, which is actually UNESCO recognized. There's drinks, dancing, a little bit of drama, crowd participation. Oh, and without spoiling too much, we've heard there's even a murder.
This is the part where you scream out of joy.
Albanian Night has been singing and dancing nightly for just over a year now, and I have to say, it was a lot of fun. We filmed way more than we're showing you here, but honestly, this is just something you have to do when you come to Tirana.
Now, come on, everybody, let's get drunk.
There are two options to book. One is just the show, but we're doing dinner and a show. The dinner is a 7-course meal featuring dishes from various regions around Albania. We honestly had no expectations about what Albanian food was going to be like, and I feel like this does a great job of showing you what you can expect.
That's actually really good.
This was the perfect way to end our short but amazing time in Tirana. If you like this video, it would be amazing if you could hit the thumbs up and let the YouTube gods know we're doing something right. And subscribe to follow us along our 2-week coach tour through the Balkans. We've still got 7 more countries to go, and we can't wait to share what we get up to in each of them. So we'll see you in the next one.